Allow me to break down what we are about to watch. So, this parolee, well, in 2022, she was apprehended on a felony warrant. Now, when she was busted, she was caught with narcotics. She was charged with possession with intent to distribute. She was caught with other people's credit cards, and they eventually linked 8 vehicle burglaries to her. Now, she was given a 0 to 15 year sentence. She's 2 years into that sentence when they paroled her on condition that she not get another write up. And she got another write up. And so she's about to have a hearing about that. I will share the results with you at the end. Now, as you can see, she's picked up some prison ink while serving time. I don't know if that's the best move for rehabilitation, but what do I know?
All right, today's the time and place set for a rescission hearing for Sherri Vigil, offender number 235601. That is you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive prior notice of today's hearing? Do you feel ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll be taking testimony from you. Do you swear or affirm the statements you provide will be truthful and accurate?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Joel Robinson. I'm a hearing officer. I work for the board. I'll be conducting your hearing.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You had a rehearing in May. You were granted a November release contingent on no disciplinary violations. And then in October, the board received notice that you had a new disciplinary violation for fighting.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole purpose for today's hearing.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to provide an explanation on that fighting?
Honestly, sir, it was just a misunderstanding and it just escalated and it shouldn't have escalated to that. The person that I did had that altercation with, we are good friends now still. It just got too heated and I do apologize for that.
And are things better now?
Yes, sir. I currently got into school. I'm on low side now. I'm not on high side no more. I actually start school tomorrow. And I'm doing one-on-one counseling and I'm doing pretty good actually.
All right. Last disciplinary was about a month, November 11th.
Yes, sir.
It's pending.
Yes.
All right. And you're meeting with the mental health professional. Are things going well with that?
Yes, I'm even meeting with my counselor right now, and then my caseworker, he's really good help with me too. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on getting into school and just get everything done. Currently, right now, my focus is my father's currently dying right now, and so I'm going through a lot of struggles with that. But I'm trying to make it and try to do better.
Yeah, I can imagine that's a difficult
Yes, sir.
situation to have to manage, especially being incarcerated.
Yes, sir.
Have your release plans changed at all?
No, sir. It's still the same.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, basically, the board will look at the disciplinary violations and then determine how much additional time
Okay.
is warranted to serve based off of that.
Yes.
And I would imagine they'll put another release date in place.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You get that official board order here in a couple weeks.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right,
Have a good day.
you too.
And they granted parole. She will be getting out February 2025 unless something else comes up. And now I just want to point out really the ridiculousness of this entire thing. She has a 0 to 15 year sentence. They put on conditions. Look, just don't get another write-up and you'll get paroled. And what does she do? She gets another write-up. And she also has one pending. And then on top of it, she has a detainer, a federal detainer. And typically what we see in these paroles is in the announcement is they will say, you're getting paroled to your federal detainer. We did not see that in the notes. Now, look, the problem is that we are seeing here is that you know, DOC, it's meant to rehabilitate, it's meant to protect, it's also meant for retribution. In this case, I don't think we saw any rehabilitation. If you are getting write-ups in prison, the likelihood of her getting her parole revoked out of prison, I think, are quite high. Now, you might say, man, everyone can get write-ups in prison, and that's true. And it seems that Utah people get more write-ups than in other states. But we do see many parole hearings where there are those that don't have write-ups, many, hundreds. So it's look, it's not a good look because it's almost like a predictor into what probably we're going to see when she gets out. Also, getting the face tattoos, let's be real. I mean, she had a high enough obstacle to climb to ever be an accountant. I know it sounds crazy to say. You're taking accounting classes. I doubt she could ever legally be allowed to be an accountant. And I'm not sure anyone would ever pay her to do her books. Her jacket is loaded with For example, in this arrest, possession of credit cards without the owner consent, 9-count misdemeanor possession of stolen property, plus her fugitive felony warrant, and then they tied her to, what was it, 7 cars that were broken into. Sure, I'll hire the person with the face tattoos and that in their jacket to do my books. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? What do I know? I don't know what the answer is. But if you don't think that news gets around prison, that the board can tell you, hey, don't get write-ups and you'll get paroled, and then you get write-ups and you get paroled, that creates the culture in the prison. That creates it and it sets it going forward. And you're just not going to have the same discipline that we see in other prisons. For example, Louisiana, we watch them progress, and I don't agree with it. I don't think it's fair, but it is the way that it is. You now cannot get a parole hearing if you have had one write-up within a 3-year period. It used to be an unofficial rule within 1 year. Then it became an official rule. You simply cannot have a parole hearing within a year, and now they've upped it to 3 years. But you know what we see in Louisiana? And it might be a cultural thing too, a Southern thing, but they have respect for the COs, they have respect for the wardens, and they don't get write-ups like what we see in Louisiana. Now, there might be a Freakonomics data thing there because we're only seeing the best of the best. That's possible, but it is different. And Utah, they got to do something. They got to change something because what we see out of Utah, it ain't pretty. And with that, I'll let you go.
You were granted a November release contingent on no disciplinary violations. And then in October, the board received notice that you had a new disciplinary violation for fighting.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole purpose for today's hearing.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to provide an explanation on that fighting?
Honestly, sir, it was just a misunderstanding and it just escalated and it shouldn't have escalated to that. The person that I did had that altercation with, we are good friends now still. It just got too heated and I do apologize for that.